Welcome to the Willis Podcast. Yeah, we are back. We have a discussion that we need to, I had to get this out before, the weekend was over. Uh, I just had a very good conversation with my brother. My brother, you know. Actually, he's not my blood brother. He's my wife's blood brother, my brother-in-law. Uh, Triple T size me, Tony Jones. You know what I'm saying? So let me tell you how you always have to respect and have to have the respect for the Day of the Dead. That's why this is called the Day of the Dead show. See, a lot of people would love to say, I ain't them dead people. I say, who the fuck are you calling dead people? Your ancestors? How they dead when they exist inside of you? How they dead? Why would you even tell yourself such atrocious things? Why would you degrade yourself to, to such lower extremities of life and being? And even having to understand how to even deal with you as a proper person. But you're gonna sit up here and say that everything that exists of them is dead and you're alive? This show is the Day of the Dead. Dead is you if you feel that way. If you feel like the people that you come from, the people are the people that actually existed and they risked everything for your ass to exist. And you're going to sit up here and act like they're dead when the reason why you have the mindset that you have, everything, everything that make you function has to do with the dead. I don't call them dead. They are very much so alive within me. You like to call them dead because you want something new. That's why you're so disoriented. You don't have a real mind. You push away your thoughts and you take hold of things that are even not. Things that some people take hold are just untruths, things that are unfamiliar. But when you embrace familiarity, you get to grow beyond a neutrality. See, when I knew, said I made myself out of myself, and who stood beside me knew. Listen to that. If you can make yourself out of yourself, and that's a married man, and he knew that the woman had the new. Yeah, it's too heavy for y'all. You don't even understand the power and perspective of what I'm trying to explain to you. Why in the fuck do you think a man have to leave his mother, leave his father, and attract and attach to a his new family, his new ordeal, his new placement in society, because you got to do that on your own. And if you a man acting like your wife got to do it and you not doing it, then you're just not a good provider. You're not good at it. You should remain single. You should never bring nobody into your midst because you are an unhealthy specimen. You're an unhealthy vessel. See, in order to accumulate wealth, you have to have health mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and you have to distribute the ability. There's a shortage of men. We have males, but men, there's a shortage. There's a shortage of real men. Seriously. These male counterparts that we have are not men. So, what I'm going to explain to men, you're far more attractive. You're far more loved. But if you don't love who love you, you will become a complete loser. You will be psyched out, tricked, and fooled by the woman. That's why you have rooted implementations. I can explain to you and I can tell you that that's true because if I ever did something like replacing my wife, long as we've known each other, long as we've been together, if I try to uproot her and bring in something new, that would be a detriment to my whole entire existence. Karma would destroy me. I would lose everything. I'm telling you because I know how many men and how many times, and I know my father, the uprooting of yourself is the pinnacle of destruction. Some men can recover, but when you have it all, you don't have to recover, you have to add. Do you understand, enter, and overstand those equations? Single men are not even men. They just boys with a big old, penis that they throw around the place. They just throw around the world. That's fine. I did it too. I'm not hating on you, man. I'm a big dick slinger too. I'm married and I love and appreciate the sanctity of that because if I would have found that, I would have found everything that I am. Everything I build, everything that I make right in this planet, on this terraria world. The best thing to be as a planetarium, a planetarian, a man. Yeah. If you have kids, take care of them. If you have a wife, be a husband. Some things are entirely too complicated for some men to comprehend. So if you're going to sit up here and say we're created equal, you a motherfucking lie. Never have been the truth. We are not created equal. That's the trick. First of all, men and men aren't created equal. Women and women are not created equally. Period. Those are facts. What we have to do is treat each other equally so that civilization can evolve. Big fucking difference. But in order for civilization to prosper at its highest order, well, you got to give me back you got to give me back me. You got to allow the king to be a king. You have to allow God to be God. If you don't, you have chaos. If you don't allow me to be me and take my rightful place, you lose too. I have to be who I'm supposed to be. All you have to do is exist and listen. That's how the truth really unfolds. Some people are just not who they pretend to be. And some people are who they say that they are. Me, I am who I say I am. And I mean that shit. You should too. You don't get to cosplay. You don't get to be unfavorable. Because the last time I checked, all the undesirables, when people thought I can create a new nation because I'm a new person, I'm a new acolyte, I'm a new this, new, you ain't shit. You can't do nothing without me, the Aboriginal, the God, the Creator. You can't say the same and you fucking know it. Stop playing with me. Stop wasting my fucking time acting like something you somebody you not. I know who I am. Do you know who you are? I know me. Do you know you? That's what you really have to ask your fucking self through and through. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do, how I want to do it, but it takes elements, time, precision, accuracy, and it has to benefit the whole of equations. But if you deny yourself who you are, you will be a pitiful, suffering sycophant soul. That's a reprobate. Somebody that don't even know how the fuck they got what they got, but they there. And you know why they got there? They don't listen well. They don't think. They don't know how to participate. You know what they want to do? They want to be comfortable, stupid, diabolical. They want control and can't even put, don't even, shouldn't even put themselves in a position to do so because you see what, you know what's going to happen on the back end when nobody has any fucking G2, a vision, a vision. Everything is accomplished with vision. That means seeing things through from end to end. Not how you want to make it, because you ain't even got the sense enough to make it the way you think it is. Because you know what? You're too vile and you are entirely too foolish. No vision. But you want to talk and you have nothing to fucking say. That's when you know you need to move from around people like that because they got too much motherfucking mouth. You got two ears and one mouth for a reason. That means you should listen more than you open up your suck hole. Open up your fucking mouth. Open up the thing that you think that saves you, and it actually destroys you because you don't have the ability to be. All you are is a combative fuck. That's all you want to be. That's no good for you, humanity, and nobody else. All you want to do is deter and destroy yourself into obliterate, because that's what the fuck will happen if you don't understand how to adjust. If you have a brain to think, if you have a mind to muster, you must know how to adjust. That's how you do one thing, achieve. Adjusting means you have listened, and it also means that you have put yourself into the position to receive. That's discipline. That's order. Those are operations. Masculine or feminine. Know how to put yourself in a situation to receive properly. Because if you don't, your life will end up destroyed. And you know who was the master Participant, you. You did it. You did all that shit. You ain't even know you did it, but you fucked up and did it. You know why? You don't pay attention. You don't know how to listen. You're too arrogant. you too you don't want to see, but you want to do. But when you start doing, you know what you start doing? When you start doing, you destroy. So you need to understand how not to pursue energy that is not familiar to you. Ladies, you want to exchange with a man when you can't whoop a man ass. You can't stand up to a man in his face and act like you could do something to him. He'll fucking check you. Sit your ass down somewhere with your little old string bean ass. Little old frail ass. Wanna do something. Man, I advise you to never put your hands on that little frail. You just gotta step back and let them see how ridiculous they is when they talk to you with bass in their voice, acting like they can, acting like they can implement change without you, and they gonna talk to you like they a fucking masculine something that they ain't, and they know damn well you can pick them up by their throat and throw them into oblivion. Sometimes that shit is warranted because you got a dummy, a fool, a sycophant, a woman that don't know how to even interact. You know what she is? A person that you should leave the fuck alone. Because if she don't know how to orchestrate herself, practice some discipline, behave like a child, you know what you need to do? Flee or fight. See, the thing is, characteristics is something that us as humans carry. I'm talking to the real men. I'm not talking to you motherfucking beta male bitches out here. I ain't talking to you. Fuck you. You are the reason why we in this position in the first place. Being weak, being fucked off, foolish, stupid, and acting as if your fucking opinion matter. You a beta bitch. Your opinion don't matter. You're even not a man. You're a male with a penis. That's all you is. You affect no change. The only thing you want to do is make a woman do what you say, and you'll even pay her. But you can't pull it off organically because you're a fucking punk. I'm being honest with you. You're a punk. You can't put it all on the line. You can't say what you feel. You can't say what you mean. You can't say what you want to say. You know why? I told you a punk. You may even like coochie, but you still a punk. You may even love women like I do, but you still a fucking punk. You know why you a punk? Because you can't look your wife in the face and tell her the truth about you or herself. Unison begins with truth. Unison begins with understanding the truth. Unison begins with never fleeing, but standing in the fucking paint. If you love your life, if you love your life and your wife like you say you do, tell her the truth. I'm gonna tell you one thing about me and my wife. We have discovered that we can get through anything together. I'm stronger with her, not without her. She makes me better, not weaker. She enhances. She doesn't choke. A lot of y'all men want that. I have that. I created that with her. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. Some of y'all can't. But some of y'all, when you think about doing whatever the fuck you want to do, you think it has to do with all these old nasty, fucked up things that people do, and y'all think, yeah, yeah, you see, no, I can think, I can enhance, I can provide, I can be, and provide peace. That's when you know you're a motherfucking man. Not when you create chaos, situations that are destructive. They're setbacks for people, demeaning. You destroy. You allow people to fail. My circle ain't never existed that way. I think that's fucking foolish and stupid and cruel. I think it's fucked up. I think it's foul. I think it's awful, atrocious. Men do one thing, affect change. And all of the women out here in this world that think you do the same, no, you don't. You learn that from me. You don't do shit, but what I do. You had to learn it from me. Don't you got a daddy? Don't you got a significant male? You don't think like me. Don't act like you do. Ladies, you don't. That is not your fucking wheelhouse. You had a powerful man that gave you instructions. And that man was powerful only to you. And you still know it too. He exists in your mind every fucking day. And you can't do nothing about it. All you can do is follow suit for what you was instructed to do. That is not, that's not a stomp out, that's not a lash out, that's nothing. But telling you the truth, we create, you follow suit. And you know it. Stop acting like all this stupid fucking woman independent dumb shit ever. It never existed. It was never real. It was always a fallacy that you wanted to create in order to feel something. The only thing you should feel, I know you feel when you had them kids. I know you feel when we're intimate. I know you feel how to be. So why can't you just be? Why is it so hard for women to be women today? I'm going to tell you why. You should stop focusing on idolizing men and listen to men. You should stop focusing on being something that you can never fucking be. Because it ain't in your cards. It ain't in your DNA. It ain't you. We ain't equals. Y'all wanted that equal. Y'all are more. I protect you. You can't do that for me. I got you. That's what we do for our wives. Men, we do that for our women. When you return it in reverse, you make me feel like I'm goddamn weak and I'm paralyzed and I'm a bitch and I can't even fucking provide for you or me because you think you can do it better. That's when there's a lack of understanding. There's a lack of of fucking real understanding. You cannot be me. You understand that shit? You can compliment me, but your goddamn show can't be me. You are a complimentary piece, just like I am to you. It just so happens that the things that come out my mouth, just like the things that come out your mouth organically, that's when the exchange comes properly. But for you to have masculinity and principles to try to distribute it as if I'm supposed to listen to you like you're a man, if you don't sit your stupid ass down and get the fuck up out my face, I don't even know what else to say to your dumb ass. Get the fuck on somewhere. You ain't it. You ain't the one. Fuck off. You have no place thinking you can outman a man. You're dumb, foolish, stupid, and you need to go back to the drawing board. You will be an old maid, and you will die alone. That's for real. You can't outman a man. You ain't no fucking man. Dummy. Fuck wrong with you. The Day of the Dead show. It's a lot of men and women will die alone due to two things: their awful fucking stupid ego and thinking that they can't grow. That's the second show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you for viewing. Yeah, I'm sharing my motherfucking opinion, but that's a lot of factual equations. Women, you are not a man, and man, you are not a woman. Figure that shit out the best way you can, because if you don't, it will be your detriment to you and your mate and the person that you're supposed to love. But if you can't figure that shit out right there, ones and zeros, ones and zeros, natural order of operations of masculine and feminine. I don't get fucked. I do the fucking. Woman, man. Exchanging the way the gods intended. Not you, you perverts. I'm focusing on what God intends. The gods, plural, plurality. The gods intend. I don't give a fuck about what you sick of his intend, because you's a bunch of fucking weirdos anyway. Always keep that in mind. Understand and learn the plurality of the gods so that we can understand each other better. Anyway, that's the second show. I'm done. I had to let you know certain things that you should really think about and discover and explore. Keep in mind that the motherfucker that told y'all that it was one God was Akhenaten, aka Moses, the hermaphrodite with breasts and a dick, and ran through all this old sick shit. This nigga's crazy. Anyway, uh, discover it. A lot of traditions, religions are built upon this monotheism, but I can tell you, you should study Tahuti. You should study the Anunnaki. You should study all of these things that connect with the highest and make your own conclusions. Don't depend and don't rely on what nobody say. Make your way. Don't make up shit. Study things from where they are incepted. Study the root. Study the equations. Study the absolutes. And that's where you come to your real conclusions. But check it out. That's the show tonight. It's the favorite part of my show. I love you. I thank you for exchanging with me, building, growing, achieving, being something different. You got to be that now. It's necessary. So check it out. This is Will This Podcast. And remember one thing the will is joy. Keep that in mind at all times. That's the way to shine. Be